Hey guys, Studio Glazer here. I found this really cool find on Facebook Marketplace for only $400. So I thought, why not? If it goes almost 30 miles an hour, then I think it should be pretty good. So let's review it together and I will give y'all my honest opinion. Alright, we're just going to cut straight to the clip on Facebook. And it was only $400, so I was like, might as well cop it, right? So I went out, picked it up, and I mean, it's missing a rear fender, but I guess that is fine because the owner that sold it to me was like, yeah, we had to put on a new tire. So they put on a new tire, and then they have to get some. I gotta get some new brake cables for that thing. That thing is messed up. I will show that in the video later. I just want to show y'all how this is assembled. So let me grab the camera here. Alright. Guys, take a look at how this is assembled. Oh, my hand is covering the camera. What the frick? Alright, guys, take a look at how this is assembled. It's like in a very, very tiny piece of metal and bars, and it's not really that heavy either. It's like very lightweight. I think this is going to be a really good opportunity to get something else to ride if the Tudio dies. So, I'm just going to set the camera back down, and I will try to figure out if I can get all of this set up. And yeah. So, see how this works. Oh, it's locked. Okay, I will make this a little montage. Only take a little bit, and I will yeah, I'll see y'all after the montage. Okay, guys, montage is over. Let's see how this feels, and maybe we can even get out the way with some like I'll show you all the controls and everything, and then we'll just take it for a little test ride. Take it for a little tiny test ride. I'm not saying I'm not saying it'll go good. I'm not saying it'll go bad. So it looks very nice. Seat is let me put the kickstand up. Seat is very cushy. As you can see, I'm like bouncing on the video, probably. And then front forks, or not forks. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of the Tudio. So I don't really know what to say about the front suspension, cause it's like a normal shock, but it has like a really heavy duty spring around it, and with that spring it feels like there's like it's just a solid piece of metal. So I don't know how I'm supposed to feel on these things, but um I mean, it's just got everything. It's got headlight, turn signals, underglow. It's got a key, which I've never seen a key come on a scooter. Throttle, headlight switch. Actually, I don't know. Is that a headlight switch? I don't know. That's blinker. I don't know what this red button does. We'll play around with the settings after I get done with this section. So, I'm going to pick up the camera again, and then I'm just going to, like, flip it around. Alright, I'm just going to flip it around. Okay, I have the camera flipped around so you guys can kind of see it from my perspective. I did already put my stuff on the key already. I put this lanyard on it, air tag, remove before flight thing, and then, yeah. So, this is what it looks like. That's got to be blinkers because I'm seeing some lights in there. And then this thing with where my phone is pointing at, like right above, like this part is all the underglow, and then that's the blinkers, I would like to assume. And why is this screw loose? That's not very good. It probably got loosened whenever. See, on the sides, it looked like he dropped it a lot. It looks like he dropped it a lot. Because there's also some up here, so maybe he crashed. So, yeah, don't mind that. The tire looks like it was put on yesterday. It looks like it was put on yesterday. I feel like all it needs, like, all the dirt is from, like, me bringing it back here. But, yeah, we got our charging port right here, like every normal scooter would have. That's electric. And then this is the little tiny cockpit here. So whenever you're sitting down, you're just going to grab on here. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this entire panel does. This little panel here. So, let's just turn on the switch and find out. Why is it not on? Is this a throttle? Okay, well, I'm sorry. I'm trying to act super dumb. Yes, I did test ride this as you would do on Facebook. I do know how to turn this on. But I don't know what these do. I actually don't. I've only tested how it rides. So pretty much you just see this red button here. I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera, but it's got like this red button here is a power switch. So you're just gonna hold that, and then you're gonna see the screen right there. If I brighten it, there we go. So once I put my hand over it, you can see the screen. It's in mode 3. Blue button brings it back down to 1, so on. Number 2. I did not charge this at all. So that's just the little speedo, and then this is a throttle. Because it'll move. Okay. Now, let's play with these buttons and see what they do. So, kickstand is down. Okay. I don't know what this is, but it goes up and down like a little fidget toy. What does that do? Does that turn on the headlight? There's nothing on there. Blinkers, underglow. Okay, so none of the lights are on. I'm just gonna do a little montage. Until I can figure this out. I figured everything out with these buttons. And, so this is the headlight switch. So apparently this one was off, and then whenever you press it up, that's on. So let's say it's off. If I turn it on, boop, it's on. It's not going to do anything. Wait, why is the scooter off? Okay, so I guess the scooter has a thing where if you leave it if you don't touch it while it's on, it just goes off. You guys can kind of see it. You guys might be able to see it on my hand. But yeah, it's on. That's the headlight. How does the headlight get scratched? Okay. And as you would assume, since there's no fender, there's no tail light, obviously. These I pretty much already knew. Those are blinkers. So let me put that on its side. I have it set on the left. You guys can see that. There's that. And then it's also on the other side too. I have not figured out the underglows yet. Now guys, this is the coolest part. I've never had anything with a horn on it, but this red button does a little horn. Look. It's kind of obnoxious if you just go like this. But other than that, it's like it's not super loud, but then again, it's like it's loud enough to where somebody might hear you just very faintly though. But then again, this does have a hub motor, so it should be very quiet whenever I ride it. Yeah. So let's turn this little guy. Look, I didn't even touch it. Y'all watched me, and now I got to turn it back on again. What if I hold the mode down? Will that do anything? Wait. Hold up. There's a light switch or like an LED thing right there, right to the left of the gear, number 2 at the top. Could that be the underglow? Whoa. Whoa. What? No, hold up. Yo, there's no way right now. That is actually sick. It just goes red, blue, some other color. That is cool. That is cool. Oh yeah, and this is street legal too. Oh yeah, I put a little license plate on it. Cause it's got blinkers. It's got a headlight, no tail light though. And it's it's like perfectly made for the street, So that's like the best part about it. It does have cruise control, so I would do like that about it. Um, but yeah, I found this completely on Facebook Marketplace. I'm sorry I can't show y'all how to fold it, as to me not having this on my helmet mount, and it's just gonna take like a whole hour to mount it again because I don't really have a mount. I just zip tie it, and you have to get it just right for it to fit. So let's take this out on a test ride. Alrighty, I'll see y'all as soon as I get this out of the backyard and into the street. Okay, guys, we are out. Um, I'm just gonna hold the phone with one hand because clearly it doesn't really work all that great with the phone mount or with it mounted to my helmet. So I'm just gonna have to lean over the bars here for a sec, and then we're off. So it does feel really smooth. For you guys, it might be a little bit bumpy, or not bumpy, but like shaky. But that's also because I'm holding the camera too. We're just gonna go straight into the highest setting. Now, as y'all may expect on this ride, is that there is not very much torque. Not very much torque at all, as it's not really gonna do much justice for, like, races and other stuff. It's not gonna be very well. And this is my very first video doing a ride POV, so this is, y'all are seeing like almost exactly what I'm seeing, just a few inches closer. We're just gonna turn down here. I just want to talk about what's good about this scooter and what's not so great, or the pros and cons. So for the pros, I'm sure I'll have like a text up here saying it. But for the pros, is it's very smooth, very nice, very smooth, comfortable for the size, and like, y'all, I'm a short person, so that's not very good. But like I said, I'm a short person. I'm only 4'11", and I'm in 7th grade. So that's like, that's sad. And not only is it sad, but whoa, there's a lot of rattling. I can see why this dude sold it, bruh. What is that on the brake light? Okay, did he like scrape that off with like a grinder or something? But yeah. So we are out and about, and actually, I'm just gonna turn around. If y'all really did watch my last video, y'all would know that my family doesn't know I have a YouTube channel, and due to that reason, my brother would be coming home in like 30 minutes, so I really have to speed up this video. So basically, the pros are basically, it's very smooth. I like that. And it has a good display. I just wish before you sell it to not cheap out on this rubber band, because it does not feel that great. But brakes do feel really good. I can't hit it with one hand. That's just too risky for me. So I just have to nudge, like, ease into them. But like I've said, pros are looking really good for the scooter. Lights work, headlight works, horn works. So that's what it sounds like. We are having to go down a very limited premises of the neighborhood, primarily because like I said, my brother will get mad, tell all the people. Is that his bus? Okay, so if that's not his bus, then we're just gonna go that way. But yeah, very small amount of torque, and I really like this because it's not the fastest thing in the world, but it's good enough for like commuting. How about that? It's a very good commuter bike. For commuting, I would give this around a 7. I take the 3 points off due to speed lack of torque, and it's just, I don't know. It just gets, I don't know what he had to do to get this thing to almost like shred it on both sides, but it feels like it is aluminum. It feels like aluminum and it looks like aluminum. So I'm just gonna assume that this is aluminum. And if there's one thing you guys should know about aluminum, that's if you don't already, is that it is it's it's basically just a really thin and lightweight piece of metal. That's pretty much what it is. Actually, I wouldn't say thin, but it's just like a lightweight version of metal. That's pretty much all it is. And due to that little piece of it, I would give that 7 out of 10. Now, in my book, 7 isn't bad. 7 is kind of like an okay. There's like a little bit higher than an okay, kind of, yes. But yeah. And just judging on this video, you guys can probably guess why I film my videos in like one of the most, in like some spots that y'all might recognize. Because since this neighborhood is so small, the spots are limited as to where I can go to film. So I'm just going to address that now in this video. Is that my locations are limited for other videos, but I mean, this isn't really bad. Like, I don't know. Okay, alright. Let's go over the cons now, actually. How about that? Because I just finished up the pros. Cons are, lack of torque. Lack of, what's it called? Suspension. Rear suspension is great, and they are oil shocks. And here's another con for you. Since they're oil shocks, they're not supposed to leak that bad like this. They're actually, like, supposed to keep it locked in its own place. Okay, I'm just gonna address this now because this is giving me anxiety. This brake cord. Why didn't the previous owner replace this? Just why, bro? Just why? Like, that is like, that is sharp though. Like, that's actually sharp. But this really isn't bad. And I am gonna show y'all the display when I give it a full throttle. It says 27, but it's 2 miles an hour off. Okay, well, 26 now, but I'm at 3 out of 5 bars, so that could be one of the factors. And I wouldn't give this scooter a super bad rating. Like, it's got everything that you would need on a normal scooter, but for an electric one, I'd say this is like one of the best ones. For a budget under $1,000, of course. Because this scooter, I always check original prices to see if it's like a steal or not. And this is only $800, and I got this for half the price. That is not bad. And the owner said he had it for like, okay, no pun intended here, but he said he had it for like 6-7 months, maybe 6.5. But he said his kid didn't fit it anymore, and that he was selling it. And I was like, okay, well, I might be that extra kid to give it to. And I do want to give myself a little pat on the back. We just hit 100 subscribers. That makes me so proud of myself, because I've only done YouTube for a month. Whoever watches this video, I will have to ask you to please like, comment, and share this video. And subscribe. Because I'm probably going to do some extra stuff like this. And my next video will involve my Tudio. I'm not going to explain what I'm going to do. I'm just saying it's going to be about the Tudio. And this scooter doesn't look too bad. But yeah, I say this is pretty good. Alrighty, y'all. Peace out until I see y'all again in my next video. Alright, y'all. Peace out.
Ayy, shoot him in the head, shit head on the hard hat. We finish the beef as soon as you start that. Bitch, I shoot first, why the fuck would I spark? If you really a thug, let me see where your heart is. If I say catch a body, little nigga, you catch it. If I tell you run out, is you really for destiny? If I give you a brick, are you gon' set it? If you get